My name is Carrie de Wellington. I am from the beautiful island of Barbados. I am 22 years old and I love to bake. I like to do things that make others happy. So I found that baking and cooking and these things tend to bring happiness to people, tend to bring people together. And it would just, bring some amount of joy to someone. To bring together seemingly simple ingredients would make somebody so excited just to see a beautiful cake on their table or something that tastes good or whatever it is. I began when I was around 9 in terms of really getting into cooking and stuff and watching TV shows and stuff like that. But officially, I guess, say 13, when you're in school and you have to pick subjects and stuff like that. That's when I would say I really got deeper into it. I always liked baking. It wasn't just cooking, but school tends not to focus on the baking aspect as much. But at home, I would bake a lot. So I would bake cheesecakes, I'll bake corn muffins, I might not have baked at that time cake from scratch necessarily. I might have just baked a box cake and say, oh, look, I bake a cake. But the point is that I really was into baking from very young. Apart from the fact that baking has more room to play with in terms of creating things, to me at the time, I found that it was the easier market to target. There were so many people cooking. Everybody at every corner cooking fried chicken and chips, whatever it is they're doing. But baking was easier to get into. So you had people who were more interested in that. So you were able to do birthday cakes and stuff. And the market was not as saturated as it is now. So I would have been one of the few who was doing what I would have been doing at the time. If you bake, you get into, creating birthday cakes gets you into a person's space easier because everybody has a birthday. And every parent, I would hope, wants to celebrate their child's birthday at some point. It might not be every single birthday, but some birthday they would want to celebrate. And so if you get into that, maybe then you could branch and say, well, hey, I also cater. Would you like me to actually cater for the party or cater for the wedding or whatever it may be?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Happy birthday to you. On that audio over there, I'm scared.
I like to see smiles. I think I probably did not see as many smiles as the average person within my home. So because of that, I just sought to see it around me more so. Currently, I'm in a single parent family, so me and my father. My mom left when I was 13, I think. She was in and out for a while, so it was a bit tough. They didn't have the happiest of marriages. So I wouldn't see a lot of smiles and love and, a lot of hugs and kisses, and it wasn't really like that inside my home. Toward me, probably my mother would be. Toward me, yes, she would hug me and whatever, but with two of them, not necessarily. So I might not be the most in touch person with my feelings. So I wouldn't be able to hug somebody, but I would go and I would make something for them. And that's how I would be like, yeah, happy birthday, whatever it is, because that's how I show my appreciation to somebody else. Helping people be happy it brings me joy personally. So I would just do things. That's how I would show people that I care. I had to realize that after a while too. It wasn't just, I like to bake. It became almost an obsession in a way where I felt like I let down somebody if I couldn't do it. So if my friend had a birthday and I could not do their cake or could not, even if at the time I couldn't bake as well as I do now, if I couldn't buy them something, I couldn't plan a party, I felt like it was like I was disappointing them so much, even though they might not have expected me to do anything. That's just how I felt, because I felt like I needed to make them happy. And that for me is a big deal. I always wanted to have my own business. My business name actually is the Young Duchess. We are Wellingtons. Our last name is Wellington. And they used to call my grandfather the Duke. If my father walks somewhere and they see him, he looks like him. So they would say, hey, look, Young Duke. That's Young Duke, boy. You look just like your father. You know, so because of that, I would be the Young Duchess. My first business sale, I guess, would have been of cheesecake. I used to do cheesecakes for friends, for family, and probably, I think I did it for some lunch for church or something, and somebody tasted it and they were like, oh, my daughter's birthday, she loves cheesecake. I could give you the money for it if you want it. And well, who am I to say no? And it wasn't only cheesecake then, I got in more to icing cakes and stuff like that, because I like the whole decorating aspect of it, as well as the taste, because I'm very particular about taste and texture. Well, I was young at the time, so it was easy to get people to support the young girl, to support the 14-year-old, the 15-year-old. You know, you don't have a job, but people see you trying to do a little something, so they try to support where they can. As you get older, however, people look for more quality. It's not to say that my quality wasn't there, but you know, things change and people look for different things, so it wasn't as much support. It died off a little, but then it picked back up after a while also. As I, could actually say, well, yes, I actually can do this, and it's not just a little hobby I try in. Today we're here in Bridgetown looking to bring some smiles to people's faces. Hopefully we get a lot of people who love our cupcakes, and we are hoping to bring some joy to the people of Barbados and anyone else who wants to be here today. You know, everyone has a story, everyone has their struggles. But don't think that because you have your struggles and your trials that you can't get through. I hope to one day be very successful. I hope that my business will be established, be known around the world. And I'm sure that if everyone continues to have that same positive energy, we can all do it.